Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita baladhamam hema shailabhadeham danujavana krishanum jnaninam agraganyam sakala gunanidhanam vanaranam adhisham raghupati priya bhaktam Vatajatam namami. Raghupati priya bhaktam Vatajatam namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji partook the beautiful loving fruit given by, Shabari ji with so much of love. Very joyfully he took. And then when Shabari ji described herself as a very low caste woman, adhama, etc., etc., Ramchandra ji thought it is high time I tell her who she is. And then he praises her and then now gives her that knowledge which even yogis, great munis could not get. And now directly from the mouth of Bhagavan himself, we saw how Bhagavan started Navadha Bhakti. And remember, it is not a teaching to her because she is already a personification of all the 9 forms of bhakti, but it is a teaching for you and me, but it is a praise of Shabari Mata herself. And then, Prathama Bhagati Santanakara Sangha. Sangha, association with Santa Purusha. There we saw what are the kind of associations we should have. When Ramchandraji says Santanakara Sangha, it means Sat Sangha. We saw yesterday. What is the purpose of a Sat Sangha? Is to listen to the knowledge given by the Acharya, or here in this case Bhagavan. To listen Shravanam. Even the Navavidha Bhakti in Ramayan, Tulsi and Valmiki Ramayan, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. The first is Shravana. So listening is very important, and listening is the most important means of knowledge. Therefore, the art of listening must be developed by every student, be it secular or sacred. Even in the classrooms we find today, not being attentive is a fashion. Isn't it? It has become a habit also. So unfortunate. And those who are attentive in the class are those who score very well. Is it not? Therefore, listening is extremely important. 3 important aspects constitute listening. What are the 3? One is the instrument of listening must be intact, perfect. What is that? Ear. Ear is the instrument through which we listen. What we listen is a secondary aspect. We will come to that. The first important aspect is listening through the gadget called ear. Therefore, in case we are not able to listen properly, I go to a ENT specialist and then probably add one hearing aid, appropriate hearing aid. Isn't it? Without that, our connection with the world outside will become hardly anything, because we will not understand what's happening in the world outside. Very important. Right? Instrument of listening. Then comes listening to the information. What we listen matters, is it not? And because instrument by itself cannot hear, it requires an support from behind, that is the mind. Ear is only an instrument of listening. It doesn't discriminate and analyze and scrutinize and understand whatever, recognize. All that ear will not do. The mind which is behind the ear is extremely important, and that mind should be available for listening. Otherwise it is hearing. When the cross ventilation is open. Is it not? This happens in the classrooms. Be it in the school, college, or even in Vedanta classrooms. When listening is not appropriate, then very many a times we find that we don't know what we have heard. Isn't it? So many times in Vedanta classes it happens. People start dreaming. People start go somewhere out of the world to the other side of the globe where their son or daughter is there. I don't know what she will be doing. That child, that son is very, very not. Vedanta class. And suddenly the Acharya by mistake tells some jokes and everybody start. There are some people who are listening at various periods of time, you see. All will not dream at a particular time. When this person is dreaming, that person is listening. That person is dreaming, this person listens. So there are some people who are listening at a particular given period of time. So the Acharya tells one particular joke and some few people start laughing. Immediately you wake up, you come back. Within a fraction of a second, you travel from America to Mysuru. Think. So, art of listening here is not only just the listening, art of listening when I am available for that information being given physically, and then emotionally also we should be very attentive, because the information what we get, we are basically emotional. Let us accept that fact. However, we may claim to be intelligent and rational and stuff like that, we are emotional. Therefore, we must also emotionally attach ourselves to it. The mind must be available along with the heart. This is very important. Absent-minded if we are, then we lose. What is that? We miss the bus, they say. Isn't it? We lose the knowledge. And the one who gives the knowledge does not lose it, he already has it. Right? The third one is, what is the purpose of listening? We choose, isn't it, what to listen. The intellectual aspect of the personality is properly exercised. We choose to listen what we want to listen. So value system also makes a lot of impact. According to my value system alone, I will want to listen a particular thing. There are people who want to listen to satsanga, harikatha, ramakatha. And people want to listen to Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads. Value system. Where there are people who don't want to listen to all of that. They will say, that we will think about it after retirement. Post-retirement, let me think. Now I am busy making my life. Post-retirement, now itself we don't have that much of energy. Then what to talk of post-retirement? Post-retirement is always babysitting in many cases. Isn't it? When babysitting you do, son and daughter both are working these days. And then grandparents have to take care of the child. One of the reasons why children love grandparents more, because they spend more time with the child. The parents don't spend that much of time with the child. And how do they spend? Many houses, children sleep with the grandparents only. And grandparents are so happy for that. Isn't it? They lie down along with the child, caress the child, and then tell them also what? Lot of stories they will tell. We will come to that. Very next one is stories. I will talk about that there. Listening, isn't it? Now, when the intellectual presence is completely there, what we listen to is something which is very fruitful. Therefore, intellectual presence is extremely required. Application of the subject matter to which we listen, in this case in satsanga. When we listen to the Guru, the subject matter what he is speaking should be applied in life. It is not just information, it is not just data collected and then stored in this, what is this called? Hard disk. Most of the time it doesn't work, isn't it? We must be emotionally attached. Then we'll know how beautiful it is, how wonderful, how useful. And one very important point, in satsanga, it is never to compare with others. And satsanga is never for the sake of others. It is always for me, singular. It is not to judge others. I listen to satsanga so that I can gain the knowledge. check where all I am wrong, and correct them. Gain the knowledge and implement that knowledge. Otherwise, satsanga will become sat sangha. It is not sat and sangha, it is satsanga. Therefore, listening carefully is extremely important. Applying day to day in our life is very important. Then, of course, we also have to think of whom to listen, what to listen, how much to listen, and very, very important, I tell you, is respecting what we listen. Very many times we come there just because of habit or just because of something or just to meet people and things like that, and then we sit down even while the satsang is going on, kuchu kuchu, we keep on talking and things like that. And what do they speak in the satsang? Naturally, the acharya will speak about Atma. Upanishad says, Atma va are shrotavyah mantavyah nidhidyasitavya. Atma is a subject matter that one has to listen carefully in satsanga through the acharya. Santanakara sangha means what? Associate your mind and intellect with the knowledge given out by the Santa Purusha, acharya. Therefore, respecting that alone will make you listen, otherwise you won't listen. The respect to the acharya, respect to the subject matter, respect to that satsanga. Very, 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 very important. Right? Then, the subject matter, when it is Atma, which is unknown, we cannot conceptualize Atma. We cannot have Atma. You will ask, Swamiji, what is this Atma? Where will I get it? Is it available in meter or liter, kg or what? When the acharya explains, then I listen carefully. Is it? And when we don't understand what it is, then the Shastras come to support us. They understand our inability to know that which is unknown directly. Therefore, an indirect means is employed for understanding that unknown. Any understanding for that matter comes only through the known. An unknown thing can only be known through the known. Therefore, scriptures provide that wonderful support system. And that support system is so perfect that we can relate comfortably. And what is that support system? It is the personified form of the same Atma, so that my mind can easily relate. We can see Atma everywhere. But then we see people, we see everything around, but we can't say that is Atma, this is Bhagavan. We don't say, because we don't treat them like that. We don't see them like that. Very beautiful song I heard in Kannada Bhasha. Yello hudukide kanada devara ಕಲ್ಲು ಮಣ್ಣುಗಳ ಗುಡಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಗಳ ಗುರುತಿಸಲಾದೆನೋ ನನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹುಡುಕಿದೆ ಕಾಣದ ದೇವರ. Actually the word say illada devara. There is nothing called devaru illa. Therefore we say kanada devara. Okay, we take that liberty. I search for God everywhere where He is not. Yello hudukide. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ಹುಡುಕಿದೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್. ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್ ಐ ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಗಾಡ್. ಕಾಣದ ದೇವರ, ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಮ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಐಸ್. ಕಲ್ಲು ಮಣ್ಣುಗಳ ಗುಡಿಯೊಳಗಡೆ, ಗುಡಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಂಪಲ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಡ್. ಕಲ್ಲು ಮಣ್ಣು, ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ, ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್. ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಗಳ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್? ಅಂತರ್ಬಹಿಶ್ಚ ತತ್ಸರ್ವಂ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ಯ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ಥಿತಃ. Just chanting is no use. You must understand, imply and apply. Everywhere it is Bhagavan only. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಗಳ, everybody has got that element of love, friendship, oneness, acceptance. But then we, out of our ignorance, out of our stupidity, out of our foolishness, divide. And in that divisional process, we hardly see Bhagavan. We have no time. We go on dividing upper class, lower class, caste system. Oh God. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashah. Based on the guna and karma of the person, Chaturvarnyam is decided, not based on birth or one cross belt in between. Think. Brahmana, Shudra, many times Shudras are better. With due respects, please. Isn't it? Everywhere. It is Bhagavan only. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಗಳ ಗುರುತಿಸಲಾದೇನೋ. I have not even tried to, work towards understanding how Bhagavan is everywhere. And finally, ಗುರುತಿಸಲಾದೇನೋ ನನ್ನೊಳಗೆ, even in me it is Bhagavan only. I am not what I think I am. What I think I am is the Sharira, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. All these are matter, inert and insentient. It is enlivened by that presence of Bhagavan in me. Therefore, I have to recognize Bhagavan in me. I don't have to search. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹುಡುಕಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ ನನ್ನೊಳಗೆ, ಇನ್ ಮೀ. When I don't understand that Atma in its fullest essence, then scriptures say, okay, I will take you in a different route. You can't reach here. You can't see the path here. Come, I will take you from this side. And then they show, here is Bhagavan. And we have so many varieties based on our constitution of the Ahankara. When you go to a hotel, the hotel says, today only idli is available. No chutney sambar also. All of you must take only idli. Nobody will go there. Why? People want varieties. Isn't it? And different combinations. Think. Dosa is only one thing, one batter. What you add into it makes that dosa. We have one dosa point here in Mysuru. Some 70 varieties of dosa. Masala dosa, sada dosa, plain dosa. I still wonder what is sada dosa, what is plain dosa. Like that, same batter, mixed with so many things, they present. And you, oh, so nice, so nice, so nice. And then you go on eating. He enjoys money, that's a different issue. But we want varieties, is it not? Everything is Bhagavan only. We can't see. Therefore, Rama, Krishna, Devi, Hanumanji, Ganapati, Murugan, ityadi, so many devatas. We want varieties. And therefore, the value system what we are supposed to have is beautifully seen in each devata one particular value system. So you listen to Rama Katha, you will know what are all the values he established. You listen to Krishna, you know varieties of that. Like that, all these are found where Satsanga, Santanakari Sangha. Whom to listen, to whom you should listen, who should listen, what is to be listened. All these are very important factor in art of listening. Right? Every devata what has been shown by the scriptures have got an intense value system completely personified, and one when he knows so many devatas, he gains so many value systems, and through that I gain all those value systems. I respect those value systems, imply them in my bosom, and then apply them in my day-to-day life. Satsanga can really change anybody. I am one Pratyaksha Sakshi. Why tell some stories of somebody? I am here, Pratyaksha Sakshi. The one who did not believe in God during my childhood, who did not go to temple during the childhood, was 180 degrees turned by Parampuja Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji when he showed me the logic behind all these beliefs. When I am not shown the logic, the beliefs I don't have value, because I don't accept, my intelligence will not accept just some stories. But when it is given with logic, this is where Satsanga comes into picture. Santanakari Sangha, association with a Guru, association with a Mahatma can change the entire life and turn it from being astray in life to a proper path which can lead us to the very purpose of life. The very purpose of life is to learn who I am, what is it, that which is functioning in and through me, minus which I am calcium, carbon, phosphorus. Think. That inner being, that alone is me. I cannot be this body, mind and intellect. Several times we have discussed. The presence in me is Bhagavan. Call him by any name, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Allah, Khuda, Jesus, whatever you want. Alpha, beta, theta, as Gurudev would say. That presence is Bhagavan. This you can gain the knowledge only from a satsanga, only from a Guru. Therefore, Santanakara Sangha. Think. Topic is never ending. Going further, in the same line of thought, Dusari Rati Mama Katha Prasanga, the second form of devotion is Rati. Rati means what? Reveling. Reveling Mama Katha Prasanga in my stories. Ramchandraji is giving this. And by saying Mama Katha Prasanga, he clearly indicates he is that supreme. Meaning, avatara of that ultimate truth is being established in such places. Otherwise, there are other Ramayans which will not accept Rama as God. He is a Uttama Purusha, Maryada Purushottam Ram. But when you go through these words, you will find Ramchandraji, he is the Avatara Purusha to guide you and me in this world for eternity. Think. Dusari Rati. Rati here means what? Revel in my Katha Prasanga, in the stories. Shravanam also means Ramanam. When you listen, you enjoy, isn't it? I tell you, listening to stories is not only for children. In fact, to be very frank with you. Elders enjoy stories more than the children. Is it not? Don't you go to movies and all? Why do you go to movies? You enjoy one story. It is a story there. Very rarely people go to a movie which has no story but some concepts and things. Nobody will go. People don't enjoy those things, isn't it? Why do you go to a movie? You want to enjoy the story. Even you have seen so many, interviews with the celebrities. The moment they are asked, will you be able to offer your services for this movie? We want you to become the hero. What is the first thing he asks? Why not? Please send me the story, let us see. Isn't it? First they will see the story, whether that story is good, whether I can play a good role in that, whether I am good like this, that is not important. Whether I can play that story. But the story is very important. Right? Now, a story is such a very important aspect in human life. The art of communication is extremely important in the narration of a story. While narrating the story, how you narrate the story makes a lot of difference. Once upon a time, there was this person who was very strong. He wanted to go to, and that too, at least I am moving my head, there are people who, he wanted to go to that particular conflict, that particular tournament, boxing tournament. At that boxing tournament, he did kick very well. Boxing tournament, what kicking? Boxing tournament, he hit him very hardly. He hit him in the paws, in the jaws. Who will listen to such storytelling? Tell me. Sometimes you will find that particular who is telling a story, he may actually not have any proper content, but his ability to say, his ability to narrate a story, his ability to make gestures, body language, all this also matters in art of communication. When Rama took his bow, and then you make all those gestures, the child also, oh, Rama takes his bow like that. He will attach his hair. The mind is completely brought there. Sharira, Mana, Buddhi are integrated. The ability to integrate the Sharira, Mana, Buddhi is beautifully improvised through storytelling. You think storytelling is just one katha told? So many benefits. And when it is mama katha prasanga, when it is my story, when he says, the story has so much of value system in that, so much of morality in it, moral knowledge you will get. Think. So many things. Hari katha. So everywhere Hari katha is very famous. And it need not be always only Rama Katha or Hari Katha, Krishna Katha. Any Katha. Ideally, a Katha of Bhagavan so that it will instill bhakti. And stories instill lot of love towards Bhagavan. Think of Krishna. That little chubby. While this Rama Katha is going on, when Rama Janana Prasanga took place, we had a show, many of you might have come. We had a very beautiful, program conducted for Rama Janana. And then for that sake, we had made one Rama Vigraha, clay model we had made, and that we put it into the cradle, and everybody would get into that on the stage at the end of the program, and then there was that rope, beautifully decorated rope they would hold, and then they would swing that cradle, and then everybody felt so happy. And then we also told, hey, don't pull it fast, he will jump out, my God. So everybody, okay, oh, okay, and slowly. he has to sleep. Don't shout, don't talk there. Okay. That bhavana comes in. And it was such a beautiful program. And interestingly, as I was trying to tell you, that Vigraha, when I asked that clay model man, that sculptor to make, he made it so beautifully and it started looking like Krishna. We wanted Rama, but then that features as though was Krishna, and he very interestingly, unknowingly, he put one peacock feather at the head. Then we had to remove that. Still that Vigraha was looking like Krishna only. Therefore, I had to add one small bow and arrow there to indicate that it is not Krishna, it is Rama. Everything is one and the same. Krishna, Rama, Khuda, Allah, Jesus, Devi, Ganapati. Everybody is one and the same. Bhagavan is Ekameva Aditiyam Brahma. But the stories are required because otherwise I can't relate to Atma. And while we are listening to stories, the Leelas make such wonderful, isn't it? Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dhama, Leela, Katha, all these are beautifully expressed in Katha, in the stories. The name, Rama, simplest Nama. Ram. So easy. Rupa, very, very beautiful, dark complexion, handsome, Ajanubahu, long hands. Think. So many descriptions we saw about Ramchandraji. And all Devatas, you will find, are extremely beautiful, very, very inspiring, very, very attractive. Why? Even the child should see, so beautiful, so strong. My Hanumanji, all powerful Hanumanji. He can lift one Parvata. The child is attracted. Through that attraction, the power is instilled in the child. I should also become like Hanumanji. Therefore, I must do exercises. Health is, taken care. Beautiful Katha of Ramchandraji instills obedience, reverence to elders, respect to parents. Think. Like that, so many value systems are given through the Katha. Krishna, playful. So people need not become serious. People who are serious in nature will enjoy Rama Katha. People who are not serious, they want to be playful. Krishna Katha is there. Through that being playful, yet he followed Dharma. Think. Ganapati. Oh, his physical figure is so bad. So even people who may not have that very good, smart, handsome figure need not worry. Why? Ganapati is there. You also can be like that only. But Ganapati has got these features. What? Vinayaka, Visheshena Nayaka. He is a CEO. Visheshena Nayaka. Nayaka means leader. CEO. What is CEO? Chief Executive Officer. Meaning what? He has got so many qualities which a CEO must have. Think. What is the symbolism behind such beautiful form? Saraswati. Why should she have a veena, Veda, Japamala? Think. What does all this indicate? Through talking about Saraswati in Satsanga, while we listen to the importance, significance, symbolism, and some Leela of Saraswati, Leela of Krishna, so many Krishna Leelas, and Bhagavatam is full of Leelas only, isn't it? And Bhagavan is able to, attract people everywhere in different Leelas. Story attracts. Krishna did that. Krishna jumped here. Krishna played. Children will be so happy. Mama Katha Prasanga. Rati. Reveling in that Katha. Therefore, Ramanam is beautifully depicted here. And then, as I told you, when the katha is told, the children not only listen to the katha, slowly, very, very in a subtle form, the moral of the katha goes deep inside its heart and it settles down. It forms a very strong layer in the very personality of the child. Even though many times the child may the child would be made to lie down along with the grandma or grandpa and then caressing them, trying to make them sleep. Many children want to sleep with katha only. And therefore we think they won't listen to katha, they just want to sleep. No. We are mistaken. Next day or other day you ask them the katha, grandpa told me, tata told me this katha, and they will relate the katha, they will tell the katha. Even though they are sleepy, it goes straight into their heart and it settles down. Therefore, katha should not be taken lightly. Even all of us also. When the child goes to the school, the mother or the even grandparents, when they are idle, they pick up some Amar Chitra Katha. Chanda Mama, Tinkle, Kindle. Tinkle also, I think there might be something like that. I don't know. Kindle. All these are, Katha. They go on watching. Chitra. Through that, knowledge is imparted. The value system is imparted. So, satsanga is not a time pass. Satsanga with a guru in a satsanga by the elders is one thing. Even storytelling is a satsanga only. And it is more powerful. Why? Because there is an alambana there. What is the alambana? A beautiful personification of Bhagavan with so much of value system, beautiful play, beautiful leela, and enjoyable. Think. Therefore, rati, reveling. Our Shastras are so wonderful. We only don't understand the Shastra properly. We, brush them aside. Therefore, now see, Katha creates a beautiful form in the minds of the children or elders. It creates a form. And that form settles down in the heart. Whenever I have an issue, whenever I have a problem, whenever I have a confusion, that katha which I heard comes to my mind and says, oh, when this problem came, Ramchandraji dealt with it this way. I can also do that. I think earlier also once I had told one old man, son, daughter-in-law with two children or one child. One son. So father, son, daughter-in-law and child. They travelled in a train. I will make it brief because I have told earlier for people who have not heard. The grandfather, he was sitting along with all the luggage and then he was reading Ramayan. The son was so restless because the train has not yet come. It is late and he has to reach there by that time. And this fellow is running away. She is also running to hold him. This little fellow is so restless. So he saw his father and father is peacefully sitting and reading Ramayan. And then you all the time Ramayan, you don't understand what is the problem. Your train is also, what can Tata do when the train is late? But the Tata is very peacefully studying Ramayan. Oh, you don't go, come here. Why are you running? You be here. All that, he was very tensed. And that lady also understands when he becomes tense, he'll keep on shouting. So she is, immune to it. And then finally the train came, all the luggage and all the push everything, everybody coming and rushing in the train, and then finally he keeps everything, and then he sits down, and the train started. When the train started, the father is there, the son is sitting there, and he is said, "Where is my wife?" He started calling me, no sound at all. "Oh, stop the train, I have left my wife, I don't know where my wife is." Oh, God. He makes a big noise, and then from somewhere she comes. "Where? Yelli halagogite?" In Kannada. "Where had you gone?" She says, No, I went to buy some biscuits for our child. He will feel hungry while going. So I went to that stall there to buy this one. By the time train left, I got into the nearest compartment because anyway it is open all through. I can come. Therefore I got in there and then I came from there. Why? And then you know what all will happen. Ha, woo, everything. Tata is quietly sitting in that corner of that bogie, and then he continues his Ramayan study. She got wild with the Tata. "You fellow, Buddha." His own father, huh? Then Tata said, "My dear son, you are talking so much of me studying Ramayan. If you had studied Ramayan, this problem would not have taken place." "What? What are you talking? What is Ramayan? Where is this?" He said, in Ramayan, when the Kevat brought the boat, Ramchandraji first made Sitaji to get into the boat. He helped her to get into the boat, and then only he went into the boat. And what did you do? You never bothered about her. You threw the boy inside the bogie, and then luggage and everything, you got inside. You never bothered until the train started. Think. If you had studied Ramayan, you would have put your wife first inside, and then only you would have got inside. Simple thing. But in Ramayan, in that story, so much is, values is there, so much of knowledge is imparted. Simple things. Think. Hanumanji, taking the Sanjeevani Parvata, it has so much of value, so much of knowledge in that. We will see at that time. I will not tell that now. Stories is always enjoying. Leave alone the moral thing. Even the story itself is so enjoying. And if you really enjoy the story, moral will automatically come inside. Stories are that powerful. We will see more about stories tomorrow. All right. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।